Hello, boys and girls. This is the long-awaited SciWorx lab notes video you guys have been deserving for some time. Since I wanted to update you on what I'm doing with all the channels. I guess the first thing I want to talk about is the shorts. The shorts are driving me nuts. I mean, YouTube rolled out this feature called Shorts, where it's a vertically oriented video under 60 seconds, and it goes on a different shelf in the YouTube app and on the desktop app. And I never really get any traction for it. I like the idea because it's I'm using them as an ad for my longer form videos, and I can't discuss Archaeology 101 in like, I don't know, 30 minutes, or excuse me, I just can't talk about Archaeology 101 in 30 seconds. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I just can't. So there's that. So I was going to put them on the Lab Notes channel, but then I discovered that, well, no, when people watch them, about the only option they have to do in the YouTube shelf is to subscribe. Click, subscribe, done. Well, I don't want them to subscribe to Lab Notes. I want them to just move over to SciWorx proper. And it was a pain in the ass to get them to do that. In SciWorx, there's nothing else to. Only thing it was is shorts in my monetization video and me nattering on about it. I mean, there wasn't a lot of little content. I mean, it wasn't interesting content. It's just a lot of little squigs and squags of video clips, and it just wasn't compelling. And Lab Notes is essentially for me to just, complain, update you on what's going on the other channels and whatnot. It's more of a video blog, I guess, than something that's a documentary style on location thing that I typically do. Which brings me to another thing. I know you guys love using petroglyphs, but I'm trying to get, I don't want to be niched into petroglyphs. I want to be more broad-based science. And there's just so many petroglyph videos I can make before they all sound. Yes, this one is formed in the same curvilinear style as the rest of them here in the volcanic tablelands of Southern California. See, that just doesn't kind of, it's just the same, it's a different picture. It's the same kind of speech. And I can give that speech in my sleep now. But there is more to Earth than archaeology and petroglyphs and rock art. Even though it's a fascinating topic, there's a little bit more to life. And so, and my most popular videos, honest to God, are either crazy, meditation videos that I just take B-roll. When I was filming Rosetta, I took 12 hours of B-roll footage of just the creek, of just the Owens River. Well, it's really a river. But that's all I did. I just took B-roll footage of it. Excuse me. Somewhere I had cough drops. Anyway, I'll just drink my A&W root beer. So, and that was immensely popular. The most popular video I've got is a 6-hour video of ducks layered in with spa music. I got it, for whatever reason, totally not scientific. It was just, a chill your butt out kind of video. Not anything to do with science, really. It's pretty, it's relaxing, and lots of ducks and frogs and everything else, but it just wasn't my main thrust. And another really big video type that I had was just my aviation videos. It's just, guys, you dudes cannot get enough of my toolbox. I swear to God. It's one of my most most people, if they're subscribing to the channel, that's the video that they subscribe to. It's the toolbox video. It's incredible. Okay, so I found my cough drops. Ever since I got the Moderna vaccine, the second shot, I've been coughing. This is not the dry coughing hack I had when I had COVID-19, full blown. This has got mucus and it's just, I don't know, it's just, and it could be because my lungs are full of dust from the damn desert. From all the petroglyph videos, you guys make me want to go shoot and just, supplicate your petroglyph habit, man. So anyway, you guys, again, going back, you guys cannot get enough of my toolbox, and I don't understand that at all. Okay, fine, you like my toolbox, I dig it, it's cool, it's groovy, man. You love it, good for you. I'm glad you do. So, there's that. Now, when I first started into YouTube, seriously, I had a channel, Wild River Aviation. Back then, you guys didn't care to see me change oil in my Piper. Oh, no, that's not something we want to watch. No. We want to see something else. So I kind of see, putting stuff up there because no one was really watching it. So I put it on my SciWorx channel. Then now you want to go see it. And so what I've decided to do is this. Wild River Aviation. I've reinvigorated that channel, brought it out of mothballs, deleted the video that says, oh, I'm no longer doing these. I'm going to start a new channel called SciWorx. That's hidden now. You can't go see it. Tough on you if you hadn't seen it already. And I've loaded all of my previous Wild River Aviation videos there. And I've got some more that I've got produced. There's an unboxing video, and I've got a video to put what's called an ADS-B out adapter called a sky beacon on this little part, this little Piper airplane part. This is a navigation beacon. A little light there shows it burns bright and shows everybody where you're at in the sky. Well, now there's a little adapter goes on. It also shows to other people with ADS-B radios where you're at in the local space, which is a really good safety thing. So we'll put that whenever I film that. That'll be going up to the new Wild River page. And I'm not real sure if I'm going to continue putting the Wild River videos up on the SciWorx channel. I'm going to try to move it because I think it dilutes my algorithm stats. I think, maybe, I'm not sure. So I'm just going to, the videos will stay where they're at on SciWorx, the old ones. I think I'll just move all that traffic over and see how it goes. See if you guys continue to ignore those videos. Not sure if you will or not, but let's see. And so the ambient music thing, I've been helping a friend of mine, Tim, he to develop his own channel. He wanted to do voiceover stuff and read stories using his voice. He's got a really deep his voice was made for radio. Oh my gosh, he's awesome. So he came up with one called Neptune Theater, and I've been helping him build that channel. He'd send me the raw files. I'd make it all look pretty, put it in the titles all in Photoshop, load them up onto YouTube for him. But we're partnering with a series of ambient noise, ambient sounds, just ambient videos. And first one we're working on is Natural Wonders. We've got 7 planned. We'll get there, but we're feeling our way through this. And the ones that are popular on my channel, I've already uploaded there, and they're not doing as well as they were on SciWorx, which is, I'm just not understanding. Maybe it's just time, I don't know. This has all been the last couple of weeks. I just, so we're trying that out. There's one thing I've really wanted to do for a long time. So I love old time radio. Those old radio shows. A lot of people read, they'll consume audiobooks when they're on the road. I listen to these old radio shows because they're not just somebody monotone or just, reading the book into a microphone. These are acted out with sound effects and well-produced scripts and great acting. I mean, it's where, some of the greats like Orson Welles got their start is through radio shows. I mean, that used to be the medium. For entertainment was just radio. And you had to fill in all the stuff with your brain. Anyway, Sirius XM has a whole channel dedicated to these. And it's one of the reasons why I got Sirius XM was just to have these in the car all the time. I mean, I used to love these stories long before they were the popular thing. I used to collect a few of them. And then it got big. And then, so anyway, there's a lot of these out now, and I just want to put them on YouTube. I mean, they're public domain, if you don't like it, take it up to the Supreme Court. These were not copyrights that were maintained or grandfathered in. I think it was in the mid-'70s when the Copyright Act for radio went through. Radio was just kind of shunted out. Anything in the past just went right to the public domain. And I think that's the reason why so many people try to save these shows. I mean, most of them are lost. Most of them are just gone. We have no idea what happened. No one saved them. They were just, it's ephemeral. Let's just throw it away. Very short-sighted. And so I want to, try to rescue as many as I can and put those up. So I come up with, so I thought I put more work into the branding of it than I did like what I'm going to put on the channel, frankly. The branding is Night House with Professor Cringe. Anyway, so right now I started out with I'm doing Jekyll and Hyde. 52 episodes, really good acting. I mean, it's really, if you listen to this, I mean, I'm on episode 5, and oh my God, Dr. Jekyll was an asshole. Jesus. I mean, this is not, excuse me. He was an asshole. I mean, excuse me for lying. I mean, he was just a total jerk. Oh, the curve of her neck made me want to kill her. This is the thing you put on radio in 1950 something? The curve of her neck was so soft that you just wanted to kill her? Really? That's what you wanted to do? Well, I'm intrigued. So I'm going to be working on putting the rest of those up, and mostly it's going to be sci-fi and horror on Night House. And I hope you like it. I like the idea of Professor Cringe. I don't know if I'll ever go on camera doing Professor Cringe. Right now, Professor Cringe is a plague doctor. But I wanted something that was like from this, like you remind you of the 70s, like some sort of serial late night horror show that Elvira would put out. I grew up reading Weird Tales and all those old comics about suspense and mystery and all that. And I like the idea of the host. There was a host. Crypt Keeper is the most popular one well known. And how he just, there's like this snark and trolling, the characters. And it was just really, really well done. I thought it was enjoyable. So I wanted something to harken back to that, So I came up with Professor Cringe. And the way I came up with Professor Cringe was a million years ago in Greensboro, North Carolina, there was a public access show. If y'all don't know what a public access show is, before YouTube, before the internet, the only way you could produce something of your own and have it on TV was to produce it and put it on what was called public access television. Now, I know there's still some, I hope a lot of public access stations where you can just put something together and actually get it on the air. Well, cable. There'll be some, public access is one dedicated channel. Usually the studio's at a cable studio. And they put it on the air if you meet whatever criteria or the board approves it or whatever the approval process is. And there's this guy, I think he was at Greensboro College, or no, excuse me, Guilford College, or he was at UNCG, I'm not sure. But he had this show called Cringe. And it was just the worst. I mean, I loved it. You know, being an old horror film guy, I just loved it. But he had all these crazy, really psychotronic video clips that was just awesome, you know. And he had this really good radio voice. He goes, "Next on Cringe." It was just, you know, and all the colors are inverted in the video, and he's got all these video effects. You know, it was like, you know, he had a toaster or something, and Toaster was a video editing station. And he just went wild. He said, let's turn this on, and let's just do all the effects at once. And that was kind of cringe. And so that's how I came up with Professor Cringe. And I don't even know what the guy's name was. If you ever see this, please drop me an email. I miss your show. I really do. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm not going to drop off the amount of SciWorx videos I'm going to do. That SciWorx is the main thrust. Everything, but I've got a lot of time to do other things, but I want to make sure everyone's seeing it. You know, and my fear is if I've got a science channel mixed in with aviation, mixed in with serial horror shows, and mixed in with ambient sounds for the spa or your ASMR folks, it's just going to get too washed out, and it's not going to be niche enough to ever make any traction anywhere else. So the videos I'm already making, I'm just going to split out into separate channels because I want them all to do well. But I think, you know, I've been looking at my data for the last 6 months. I think it clearly shows that if I had chosen stayed with either aviation or picked ASMR or ambient noise, or just stayed with science, that the channel would be doing better. I mean, it's doing okay. I mean, I got monetized in 6 months. I'm doing something right, but I'm wanting it to be better, and I'm wanting more people to see the content. I'm wanting more people to become, you know, petroglyph aficionados. So expect more DIY stuff. The first thing we'll be doing is showing you first video along this trail will be one for what's called a Hoffman apparatus. It's a piece of glassware, it's a piece of labware that lets you easily do electrolysis, produce oxygen and hydrogen off of just electricity, DC electricity, mostly. So we're going to do traditional traditional electrolysis. And then I'm going to do, a video on the AC version, the Puharich method. I'm going to do more about Puharich's water splitter patent. That's going to be a few videos and just some more DIY stuff. And I'm going to repeat the Tesla Spirit Radio video at some point. I'm going to do one of those every year. There's a lot of ways I can make the radio better. This one, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, Tesla invented a radio, called it the Spirit Radio, that he heard voices from beyond. It scared the bejesus out of it. He wrote about it. And so someone kind of recreated that, and I bought their kit last year and assembled it, and it produces some crazy things. Especially if you hear lightning, it's very haunting. You know, essentially it's reading electromagnetic fields in the atmosphere, turning it to energy. And, you know, if you've ever heard of crystal radios, it would put the input right into your hearing. You could kind of hear what's going on. Well, there's no way my microphone is going to pick up anything coming out of a crystal radio earpiece. So, you know, I put an electrical output jack in it, fed it into my computer, played with the radio wave with software, and got some really awesome stuff. It's just, so I'm thinking if I do an update a year, keep adding to it, it'll be a nice little yearly project to do, especially for Halloween, because it's just so much fun doing stuff for Halloween. Oh my gosh. So look for that. And let's see, what else am I doing for some of the channels? For Wild River, I'm going to be studying for my IA, my inspection authorization from the FCC to allow me to do annual inspections for aircraft. I love doing that. There's just not enough guys doing it. So I love inspecting aircraft. I'm kind of really crazy good about it. I don't know why, but I am. So they'll be doing that. We'll be going back to Baker School for the cram fest for the written test. Got to go to the FSDO to get all the paperwork done initially, and then I'm off to Lebanon, Tennessee for a week or two. Not sure how long that's going to take. I hope not long, but I get so nervous around this stuff. I get so wound tight that I just brain lock sets in. So we'll see. We'll see. So for Night House, the other things we'll be doing, I'm going to do Frankenstein and Dracula, some of the cornerstone movie monster stories. These are all, again, in radio shows, dramatically acted. I'm going to try to find the mummy. I haven't found the mummy yet. Someone's got to have a mummy. So I'm looking for that. And if you want to get an old-time radio, just go to archive.org and just look for OTR. Use that as a search term in the audio files, and you'll find tens of thousands of these shows you can listen to. They're just and they're just so well acted. I mean, I can't say enough good things about these. They're just really well done. Really well done. And it's a shame that all this good drama and production was not saved, that no one knows anything about it, that they're just kind of lost, you know. I mean, we spend hours and hours and hours on TikTok, and here's all this great quality content that no one knows about even. So I'm going to work really hard to bring that to fruition. So after Jekyll and Hyde, then it's Frankenstein and Dracula. Then if I can find a mummy, then it's mummy. If not, something else. Let's see. I'm sure Tim will get more stuff up on Neptune Theater at some point in time. And the Ambience channel, we're still plugging along. We're still producing stuff several times a week for that channel. So that's about all I got for this update. That has been long in coming, and I apologize for that. So you know the deal. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you like what I'm doing on this channel, please subscribe. Go to SciWorx and subscribe, man. What do you go do that thing? And, join the Patreon. It's $1 a month. I'm going to have lots of cool things coming up on the Patreon, so you may want to get ahead of the curve on that. $1 a month, man. You won't go wrong. Anyway, until next time, I'll be your lab partners, dude. Take care. Be good. Bye-bye.